I ran across a good article on the blog, Hot Holy Humorous. The subtitle of the blog is Sex and Marriage by God's Design. Jay Parker wrote this article, and I like it because the title of the article is Sex Struggles in Marriage. Are you part of the problem? And in the article, she talks about 6 or 7 different things that we tend to do that throw us into like a defensive mechanism, rather than having this transparency and openness to talk about desire, struggles, and our relationship with our spouse sexually. We tend to put up these defense mechanisms. And the thing I liked about this article is it's a real clear call to us that we need to learn to be transparent. My wife and I recently took a road trip to Chattanooga, Tennessee. One of our dear friends, their son was getting married, so we had an opportunity to stay in this beautiful, mountain view chalet on the lake, and it's just gorgeous view. But the next day we took a day off, and because we like the mountains, we decided to go for a hike, and so we spent the day in the mountains, and we talk about everything. And so I was sharing with her some of the ideas in this article, and one of the things that we both kind of understand is that a lot of times men like sex in order to connect. It's a way where, coming from a male perspective, it's a way where if we feel a little disconnected, we want that physical intimacy that makes us feel closer. Women, on the other hand, tend to view sex as an act not to get close, but because you feel close. And to be honest with you, sometimes this can cause a little bit of a friction and conflict because we approach physical intimacy from a little bit different perspective. And it's easy, if we're not careful or we don't approach it in a very mature way, to kind of get sideways and become defensive. And so I like this article because there's a real call to identify if any of these things, these defense mechanisms are true in our life, what can we do about them, and just become open and transparent. And so I encourage you to read the article, and I hope this helps you at least begin that journey to identify, because sex is a beautiful thing, and it's something that God intended for our relationship, and it's that thing that differentiates that marriage relationship from any other relationship. And so it has a high priority in the eyes of God, I believe, and it should have a high priority in our eyes. So let's not let that become the point of friction. I hope this helps.